Hello, everyone. It's Whitner, and I'm here to talk about Miram Ali. We will also be talking about one of the backup channel families today. Her name is Ahlam. Ahlam is number 3 in my tree of links, and like I said, she's usually on the backup channel, but there's been a development with her fundraiser that, in case I can't get a second video made today for the backup channel, I feel like it's just important to go ahead and get information about that out here. So I will be talking about her a little bit later as well. But for Miram's family has been going without food when either none has been available or it's been too astronomically expensive to afford for months now, basically since the ceasefire broke. And it's been very dangerous. She has two brothers. One is with her in Egypt, the other is still in watermelon territory with the rest of her family. Her one brother, who is still in Watermelon, has been trying to go and get food, and he and his friends have been um, pew pewed at. They have nearly been kaboomed. One of his friends was martyred when they went to a food site. It's been very, very dangerous and very, very scary. Um, Miram has been talking more and more frankly about what she went through during the 4 months of the G-Side that she was there before her family sent her ahead to Egypt with her brother. It's pretty harrowing information, honestly, and I don't blame her for not talking about it as frankly before. I know the reasons why she didn't, and her family in general seems to be pretty private people, and I've been very discretionary about what I put out on the internet about them because I do want to respect, that they might not want all of their deepest, most personal feelings and information put out there for the world, especially given how much basically all Palestinians that we hear about are having to do that as it is. So I wanted to give them some shred of privacy, but it is getting more and more dire, and they are kind of talking more and more about what they're experiencing, and it is very dark and very scary and deeply, deeply traumatizing. And they're not able to eat like they really need to. They have a baby with them. Her extended family and her immediate family have all kind of coalesced in one spot, and they're staying together trying to help each other. She had an aunt and an uncle who were martyred, and their kids are now with her immediate family. There is a baby cousin who is 1 year old. They have been trying to keep the baby fed, so a lot of the time the 1 year old is getting whatever food they can get, and sometimes the adults will go without. They are really, really hungry and not doing well. Since the temporary ceasefire was called, I believe, like 4 or 5 days ago at the point that I'm filming this, they've been doing a little better. They've been able to get a little bit better food. Madame says they were actually able to buy, I believe, cheese a couple days ago, which is basically like a miracle in watermelon territory right now. That has not existed in watermelon territory in months at this point. So that is obviously spectacular for what we've come to expect, but also how absolutely insane is it that cheese in your entire country is a miracle? That's crazy. So anything you can do for Madam's family is going to be deeply appreciated. She is number 1 in my tree of links. This is where we are right now as far as her fundraising, and this new fundraiser for her has actually been going on since about October of last year. Her original fundraiser was taken down. It was on GFM, and I'm not sure what the issues were to this day, but GFM decided to strike that fundraiser. And we went through about a month, a little more than a month, of back and forth about will they reinstate it, will they not, and then they didn't. So we started this one up, I believe, in early October of last year. This is where we've gotten in that amount of time, and we're now in August of 2025. So it's been very slow going, and we really need to pick it up if possible. So anything you can do for her, much appreciated. On to Ahlam. This is Ahlam's fundraiser. It is number 3 in my tree of links, and as you see, it is in something called NOK. NOK is the currency of the country of Norway. And if you know anyone who is Norwegian or can get this to eyes in Norway in any way, shape, or form, that would be very, very much appreciated. Most people who are not already familiar with the currency seem to be very intimidated by it, understandably so. It's very hard for a lot of people to gauge how much they're actually donating. I do have an update to that. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's actually a lot easier now. You don't have to do any guesswork anymore. But a lot of people get intimidated by the big numbers involved. So people who are already familiar with the currency being able to find this fundraiser and support it would be huge. However, with that said, that 511 knock is actually from me. It was $50. 511 knock is what $50 USD came up to in the, just the exchange rate that it is currently. But what I was talking about earlier with all the guesswork being taken out, it's because you now can just straight up donate in your own currency on her fundraiser, or at least in USD. I didn't actually check to see if you could do various different currencies. I assume it shows up in your own currency depending on where you are in the world. But it showed up for me in USD, and I am from the US, so that worked out fine. And you don't have to do any conversions. You don't have to go over to Google and do like exchange rates or whatever. You can just type in USD the amount that you want to donate, and it will do that conversion for you. So you don't have to guess. You don't have to Google. You don't have to anything. It's very straightforward and simple now. So hopefully that will help with her fundraiser. Unfortunately, she is having to start over. That donation is the only one so far. I realized a couple days ago that something was wrong when I made a donation 2 days prior and then got a notification that that had been refunded. And if you're already used to donating and supporting Palestinians, you know that one of the only ways to get a refund is that their fundraiser has been shut down. And so when I got that notification that I had gotten a refund, that alerted me that something was wrong. And upon checking, sure enough, her fundraiser has started over entirely. This is pretty disastrous, as you can imagine, for a lot of reasons, but not least of which is that Ahlam has 6 kids. She is now trying to feed them in a G-Cide in which her entire country is being deliberately starved. And they were raising funds to hopefully eventually get out of watermelon territory and live somewhere safer. So if there's anything you can do, she's number 3. Please do go support her. She is also on my backup channel, usually is where I support her. I will also have her tagged in the comments and the description. And yeah, just anything you can do. Miram is number 1, Ahlam is number 3. They're both in my trade links in my profiles on all social media, whether you're watching this on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, upscrolled, wherever you may be. And I will see you all later.